Hey guys, a few weeks ago I put out what I said was one of my two worst shows ever, and apparently a bunch of jackals, you can't leave that alone and you want to hear about the worst one. This is probably the worst one I've ever had. I had a buddy in Kansas City, his name is Scott Steen. Scott's a good dude, really funny. He doesn't do comedy, I don't think, a whole lot anymore, but really, really funny guy. And he was booking a show, and he told me, he said, "Chad, why don't you come out and do this? It's dog stock," which I'm still a little unsure what it was for, but I think it was to raise money for like an animal shelter or something like that. But at that point in time in your comedy career, you just get on stage whenever you can. It doesn't matter what it's for. I would like to say I did it to help the animals, but I did it to help me, because you just have to get on stage whenever you can. And he said, there's not really any pay, but you know, it's kind of a big thing. All right. So I drive these hours and hours out into Kansas, which isn't, sadly enough, is not the worst part of this story. But I end up on a gravel road in Kansas, and I'm like, okay, this looks like home. And I know there's not too many places to do comedy around home. And I get there, and there's about 8 cars there, and they hand me a badge, like a performance badge. I'm like, there's 12 people here. Why do I have to have a badge? And he goes, okay, you're going to go on. I said, where's the crowd? He goes, well, it really doesn't start until tomorrow. Well, then why am I here today? He goes, well, you know, we need to have somebody, people to show up early. And so he points me to the stage. It's a flatbed trailer, and it's overlooking a field. This is about 8 o'clock at night. Probably later than that, because it was pitch dark. It was just completely black, looking into darkness on the back of a flatbed trailer. Now, I was the act in between a couple of bands, which the only thing that makes me feel better than the band is that I didn't have to lug a bunch of equipment to do this. But, and so there are 4 heavily intoxicated women in this field, and that's it. That is the crowd. And when I say you're looking into a field, just imagine a field at night that you're talking into. So I hit my first joke, and of course it's horrible. It doesn't do anything. You can't do crowd work because there is no crowd. I have a band tuning behind me, like tuning guitars, and so I can get ready to play their songs. And I start to tell a joke, and one of the drunk women yells, "Take your clothes off." I thought, and I tried to play around. I was like, yeah, you know, nobody wants to see that, ha ha ha. And she became very animated, like, are you going to take your clothes off or not? Like, no, I'm not. And then she said, when does the band start? And so there's a thing in comedy about doing your time. I never go short. If I'm booked to do 15 minutes, I do 15 minutes. Good or bad, I do my time. That's something I'm very proud of. I think it's very professional. And so I think he was told to do 10. He told me to do 10 or 12 minutes. And so I did 10 or 12 minutes, speaking into literal darkness with a band tuning behind me on a flatbed trailer in Kansas while a drunk woman was wanting me to take off my clothes. So hopefully that's my bad story of all time. I hope you guys enjoy that. I don't know why so many people find that interesting, but I appreciate you watching this. Talk to you guys later. See you.